I'm not a producer. I just play one on the show.
Just play one on TV.
I want to make a Murphy Brown reference, but I'm not intelligent enough to make a Murphy Brown reference. If that makes sense.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode here of the Wish You Were a Beer Show. Thank you for stopping by. As always, this is a beer show that we do on Thursdays. Whenever we like. But
it's
always
been a lot of Thursdays lately, though.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of consistent Thursdays.
We've been on a roll.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah. Call me Lobster.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a roll.
Shouldn't have been as funny as it was.
It wasn't funny, and that's why I think it was good. Yeah. If you're unfamiliar with the show, we like to discuss beers. We like to have different beers and check different breweries out and different brands out from all across the United States and sometimes even internationally. We've been lucky enough to have some international folks on the show, some beers on the show that we have no reason to be drinking. No idea. Can't believe people keep talking to us.
It's pretty incredible.
The good news is we are all great actors, so we've got that going.
Been watching a lot of Schitt's Creek again, so I feel like I'm getting some good acting lessons.
Daniel basically told me I was a less crazy Moira Rose today, and I said, I'm not actually against it.
Did I tell you that I've been taking improv classes?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so it's going great. Yeah, but I was talking to some people, and there's a bug in here. Improv's going great.
Improv,
big bug. Okay.
Yes,
and so I thought, I'm with my chums, thinking I'm one of these people, and then I brought up Best in Show because people were asking about improvised if there are any popular movies or TVs and I was like, oh yeah, Best in Show, Drop Dead Gorgeous, those are definitely some you should check out. And they were like, what?
They didn't know Best in Show.
I was like, oh no. I was like, did I just age myself?
Yes.
Yeah,
all
are they?
Yeah.
Are they that young?
They're in their mid-20s.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, they are.
You should introduce them to PowerPoint as well and see how confused they are. Just really whatever you want to do is fine.
But the best is that one came back the next week and was like, I watched Best in Show, and that is the funniest freaking thing I've ever seen. And they're like, and it had Eugene Levy in it. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. He wasn't always a rose. He's been a lot of things.
But I was happy I got to introduce people to it. So that made me happy.
Fun. It's always nice when you get to introduce somebody to something that you'll both like, but that they're not familiar with.
Yeah, and the movies aren't necessarily they're not fully improvised, but they are kind of weren't they a little off the cuff?
They felt like it.
Yeah, they were mainly everybody had a character, and there was a shell script of this is where we need to go.
Yeah, that's what
But then they shot hours of each two people's interviews and just let them roll. And it fits. We'll go with that.
I would love to see some of the other takes they didn't use in that movie.
Well, that was on real film, and it's probably been destroyed. So
yeah, probably
it's not on the internet.
That's a shame.
Agreed. Shameful internet.
We also do a beer show sometimes.
On the internet.
Right.
Our improv show is Friday nights.
This is not improvised. This is all scripted.
This is heavily scripted. That's the shitty part. We wrote this.
We had
AI write it for us.
True story. Well, as always, I'm Daniel. That's Tiffany. That's Phil over there with the
producer setup.
Glow in the dark butt plug. I don't even know what that thing is.
Yeah. Well, most of my butt plugs are glow in the dark, so I had to match everything.
I'm hard to find in the dark if I don't.
Tonight was a special show, so I did a special setup just for the special show. It wasn't just sitting here with the two of you idiots.
Yeah,
we actually have someone on, and
we do have a guest on the show tonight.
Yeah, and this one has been planned for a little while now, which is great too.
It
wasn't just thrown together.
How much prep we did knowing this was planned for a long time. I'm really proud of everyone here.
Yeah, really did great.
Before we pull him in, I just want everyone to know that I'm drinking a Labatt Blue Light. That is all. Okay, now we can intro.
I grabbed a beer.
It's actually rare for you to be drinking something like that, Tiffany.
Yeah. That's why I had to announce it, because this is like, it's kind of a big deal.
Have you had one before? Because I know you normally even like there's some you've stayed away
Not a
from.
light. I've had just the standard, the
I've
heavy.
had the gold standard.
I've had
heavy.
the blue heavy, but I haven't had the blue light.
What inspired you to have that tonight?
It was actually just in the fridge, and I saw it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm having a Labatt Blue Light." So here we are.
This is probably a late night Daniel pickup, I assume.
No, actually, this was gifted to us.
Oh, that's right. It was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Only the best friends bring one of those over.
True story. It came with a bag of milk. It was weird.
Yeah.
A bag of warm milk. Blue light.
A venison Slurpee, a bag of warm milk, and a Labatt Blue Light. And I was like, we're going to get along.
So actually, this is way better than I was expecting, because I was expecting it to be absolute trash. I actually like this beer right now, and that's fine.
That's great.
Don't hate. It's been
now you don't need to spend $10 on a 16 ounce of craft beer.
Yeah,
You have that.
$10. I don't know where you shop.
Give me a 30 rack of Labatt Blue Light. Sorry, it's fine. I'm going to be cool.
So tonight we don't have Molson on the show. However, we've done a fantastic job promoting their product. Well done. Well done, soldier.
It's a big day.
No, like Phil mentioned, we do have a guest on the show tonight. And this gentleman was actually on another podcast friend of our show, Dave, who stops by the show all the time, Beer in Front, who runs a phenomenal podcast.
Way better than this one.
Oh my God, so much better.
Like scripted, edited.
But if you've seen Dave on the internet, there's a reason he runs a podcast. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Face for radio.
No, he just has a fantastic voice, so it deserves its own podcast.
He does have a beautiful voice.
Do not let anything else distract you.
But I'm excited for tonight, because this is one of my favorite styles of beer. We are doing a Japanese style rice lager from Brewsaki. They are out of Orlando, Florida, and he was kind enough to send us some swag. So, everybody's got a koozie, a sticker on my fridge. And of all the guests who know that we run a podcast, he sent us 4 beers, not 2 beers, which is very sharp, because then I can have this beer again later and talk about it more somewhere else.
Or bring it to like a beer share with a bunch of our friends.
Yeah, that would be great. You guys do those beer shares a lot. This would be a fun one to bring for sure.
Exactly. So I'm excited for tonight's show. Again, Rob is going to be joining us, the owner of Brewsaki, the founder, the mastermind behind it.
The doctor.
What?
The doctor.
So we didn't discuss with him what he's a doctor in, because I could just say doctor in front of my name as well. So we'll get some clarity on that maybe. It's not in trivia, but we are going to be playing trivia. So go to kahoot.it. We'll put it in the thing, put it in the game pen. Make sure you start a team name. We're going to be doing sake bombs with this beer. So please make a team name, but don't be an asshole. There's a lot of options.
Up to you.
Up to you.
Yeah.
Have at it.
But other than that, I say let's bring Rob in and let's get this show started. Oh, thank God it worked. Rob, what's up, man?
What's up, everyone? Good to see y'all.
Good to see you as well.
Dr. Rob, welcome.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you.
I guess we got to clear that up right off the bat. Where does the doc come from?
All right, so I'm a doctor of naturopathic medicine. So all the natural, organic, preventive, holistic things that are popular today wasn't so popular 25 years ago. I'm dating myself, but I still thought that was the best course of action. And then most of my career, I worked with a lot of vitamin companies and wellness brands, and I became Doc Rob, as they used to put me on stage or do a lot of the training. And I love all that stuff, talking about products that I believe in. And so, Doc Rob stuck, and I'm bringing that to the beer brand now too.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
I dig it, because there's not a lot of doctors in the beer world. So I think it automatically sets you apart, even on your email signature. I was like, oh shit, guy's a doctor?
Yeah,
Like-
we don't talk to a lot of doctors on this show.
Well, I went to culinary school after I finished med school, and everyone's like, "Oh, now you're going to be a cook." And I said, "No, everybody eats." So I figured I might have a commonality, and it turns out everybody drinks, not all the same thing, but I felt that it was something to stay in line with and provide a good product. And as we'll get into, this beer is made as healthily as I could make it in that sense as well. So I'm not compromising the doctor aspect of it. I'm just trying to elevate the beer category a little bit with some clean product too.
Yeah, very cool, man. So you said you're not from Florida originally, right? You're New York?
Most Floridians start in New York or the Northeast, and they end up migrating downwards. I'm in Palm Beach County, Florida, which I call the sixth borough of New York. So a lot of New Yorkers in this area, but yeah, born and raised. But when I say New York, people think Manhattan all the time. I'm from the country. I'm from where Woodstock happened. I'm from the Catskill Mountains. So I say I'm a country boy with city flavor. I've had a chance to travel all over this beautiful country and beyond, and I find a lot of good character in everywhere I've been. So, and I become a character as a result. So,
I was going to say, yeah, that usually increases your character as well, typically, right?
Yep.
So now, how'd you end up in Florida then?
Family. Like I said, the parents ended up migrating down. My brother went to college down here. I was living in Chicago for a bit, working on some stuff, and then my mom unfortunately became ill, so I dropped everything and I came back down to Florida, to spend time with her. And then I met a lovely lady, and many, many years later, I'm married and I'm still in Florida. At least to the kids are done with high school, then you never know where I'm going next.
Yep. Yeah. Right back up to cold weather. No one ever.
Probably Jamaica, somewhere else.
South.
Yeah. But for now, I'm enjoying Florida. There's a lot of, even Florida has, character depending on where you are in the state, so I enjoy traveling, doing demos, talking to people about beer. The beer culture is definitely grown in Florida. It wasn't much of a beer state, to be honest with you. Yeah. So that has kind of grown over the last several years. And it's been great to be a little, thorn in some people's sides, but a good, addition to the industry. So.
Well, and that's the thing about the beer world, though. I think with everybody we talk to, and like from everybody who's been in all the different states of beer and some in multiple countries of beer, yeah, sometimes you'll get a little pushback, or if you're new here, you're new here. But typically the beer world's pretty progressive in the world of like, jam on it. That's a good beer. Like, let's make good beer.
Well, that was the key for me. It wasn't anything. Everyone was great. Everyone's been warm, from people at the beer festivals to even the industry. But when you come out and say you have one beer,
yeah,
in today's world, it's confusing because most of the craft beer market for the last decade or so has been coming out with different varieties, coming out with a whole spread from the brewery. And unfortunately, looking at the market, I said that's not being very successful these days. People are struggling because you can't do all these different varieties well. You might have a home run, but you have a lot of singles, and that's not going to really be brand representative. And I'm really strong about brand and what we put in the can or bottle or keg. So we wanted to really focus. And I tell people, think about all the major beer brands that started this was from Heineken to Guinness to Corona to Coors. It was one beer.
Yep.
And they ran that beer and they built their story. They built their brand. And I'm going old school. I want to go that route. And I want to create a story around our beer. And then again, instead of going wide on beer, we're going to do something different. We're going to come out with our own line of sake next. And that way we have the ultimate beer and sake pairing, and we have a little bit of a companion story to talk about and give people a chance to get involved with two things at once. So.
Yeah, no, I love that. And Phil, so you're not far. Well, when you are far, Florida's massive. You're 27 hours from him somehow, and it's
if I walk,
yeah, right.
So
Phil, have you seen this beer down there? Have you
speaking of festivals, I saw this that you sent us, and it says that you got second place at the North Miami Brew Fest. I was at the Brew Fest. Nice. It's actually funny. I recognized the can the second that I saw it.
Did we get your chip though? Did we get your coin? That's what I want to know.
So I will say I didn't find you till towards the end. So I don't believe you got my chip, which is not anything against you.
That just means I had 27 other beers before I got you.
I may not remember.
Let's just say I didn't even rate this on Untapped yet because I probably was not in a place to rate this beer.
There was 30 plus beer breweries at that event. There was
so many.
We were packed in the corner next to a sushi restaurant, which we loved, but we were kind of in the corner. I mean, again, we're the one beer newer entry on the marketplace, and we'll take that because, again, we got second place out of 30 plus breweries, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm impressed that you got second place because I thought your location, like, I didn't even see you till the very end, so I think that location probably hurt you. So I think had you had a better location, you might have probably taken first on this one.
Now, I will give you one more. The way that festival worked, everyone got a coin and every brewery got a box for their table. Mm-hmm. Now, the brewery that won, which I love, they're good people, not knocking them, had 3 or 4 beers to earn a coin from a guest. We had one. So I tell people they may have got the number 1 brewery, but I think we had the number 1 beer at the festival, and I'm going to try to take that till the next time and we hopefully just own first all outright, So
I think I think that's actually a really great point because I know I had multiples at other tables, and if maybe one didn't give my chip, but then I had a second one, I was like, oh, this one maybe gets the chip,
right?
And so for you to walk away second on that's incredible. That was a fun event though. I had a blast.
One of my favorites actually so far. It just really set up nice. FIU, just does these great events down here. They have their own brew team. They have their own, part of their college makeup. It's great. And they've just put some great events on. It's a lot of fun.
Now, is that one that they do every year? You got another swing at it next year then?
Yeah.
Or this year, technically?
Yeah, we're going to go after it. They do, I think, 2 major events, FIU. They do Brew Miami, and then they do North Miami Brew Fest, that one. So we did Brew Miami at a big stadium. And they didn't judge there, but we still that was our second year doing that. So people recognized us, which is what we're getting now, which is instead of being the first time having to explain ourselves, we're getting, oh, I know you guys. Oh, this is great. I'm so happy you're here. We did an event this past weekend here in Florida in Delray Beach is a place called Murakami Japanese Museum and Botanical Gardens. I tell people if you're ever it's one of the most beautiful places in Florida. The General Council of Japan was there on Saturday. They had their Taste of Asia event, over a dozen restaurants. We were the only beer invited to join. And people it was our second year. And they're, oh yeah, you're back. Great. We buy you at Whole Foods. We got you totally. And so that part of the repeat customer, I would say, has been the best feature of doing this so far, is that people are coming back for more. And I love that.
I just went to that garden a little while ago for the first time because I'm new to Miami, so I'm still in my first year.
Okay.
And so been exploring, and I saw that place, and I went up to it. Absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous there.
Yep.
So and then I saw that your beer was there, and I was like, this is hilarious. This is
they have a little cafe, and I said, let's do this. We're local. We pride ourselves on that right now, being in the Florida space, and we also push the gluten-reduced or gluten-free, gluten-reduced aspect of our beer being a rice lager. And for me, it allows people to enjoy a beer. It's very drinkable. They don't feel bloated. They have it with all kinds of meals. I tell people we started with sushi, but now our hashtag of the day is not just, because we want to be bigger. I had steak and potatoes. Goes great. Pizza, all good. Golf course, boating, by the beach, Florida lifestyle, the salt life. It represents really well. And that's what we love it.
I'm getting excited to open this.
Well, slow down. We got to get this Labatt down the hatch first.
Going down smooth.
At least it won't burn your palate.
They may be collector items. You never know if they stop shipping it down here. You might have to save some of those. They may be hard to get.
20 years from now, that thing will be worth more than the American dollar. So again, tonight we are going to be playing trivia. So if you've seen the show before, you're familiar, Kahoot.it, put in our game pen. Or if you have the app, go in through that way as well. We're drinking Brewsaki tonight, which is a Japanese style rice lager. So there may be a sake bomb involved in before the show is done with. But go ahead and go make your trivia team names because we're going to get started here in less than 2 minutes. That's your warning. That's all I can do.
Oh, you're going to give us 2 minutes now to sit here and wait until we start trivia?
I'm going to give you 2 minutes, Phil, to realize you have to bring trivia in because I know you produce this show and your mic is cool and shit, but... Doesn't
this look like I'm producing it? I'm ready to go.
I think you're so distracted by the microphone.
I have no idea what's going on. This isn't even a computer.
I love it's just like
it's like a picture frame. No, look at
I love it. So yeah, we are going to be playing trivia. Again, tonight we are drinking Brewsaki. Rob, I appreciate you sending us all of these as well. I'm also actually kind of excited for the gloss label because we keep a notebook of all of our can labels. And almost all of them are always matte. They're always this. They're always this. Sometimes just being a weird high gloss sticks out more than anything else. Like, well, what the hell is that thing?
You never know. People like the dragon, of course. You know,
Yep.
That's always a good thing. And you know, it's interesting. We even, just so you know, like that's why I love this brand and that we're building it kind of that organically, that crawl, walk, run mentality. Even going forward, we've changed the logo already. So on the cans that we're drinking today, it says the Sake Bomb Brew underneath it.
Yep.
But as we're going forward, I tell people proudly, I say, we've changed it. It's gone. And the only reason why that is because this idea was conceived many years ago with my brother, my father. And back then, there were no ready-to-drink cocktails in a can. There were no Jack and Cokes in a can. So people would have been thinking, oh, is there sake in it already?
Right.
And I tell people, that's been our biggest feedback is, oh, is there sake in it already? And I'm like, no, we're the best beer to have sake go in it. And believe me, we have things in the work. We have a very cool, you know, proprietary patented cap thing that's going to make the first ever all-in-one Sake Bomb system. Sneak alert coming out next year.
Very
but
cool.
We wanted to pull back and say, no, hey, I'm sorry for the confusion. Times have changed. We are just an amazing Japanese style rice lager made here in Florida. We say we're inspired by those great Japanese beers that have been around forever, Sapporo and Kirin, Asahi. Almost everyone's had a Sapporo or a Kirin, Asahi, and they usually like them. It's a very popular category. And I tell people I'm a fan. I'm not trying to knock it, but they're not imported anymore. You know, the beers that we're getting are not coming from Japan. And so as much as that's cool, the recipes, beers are great. We can do this right here locally. We can do this right here in Florida, and we can make this a domestic alternative to those once were imports. So
yeah, once were imports. That's key for sure. All right, well, Phil, how's the waiting room looking? You tell me, because I don't produce this show.
It's looking good. We can get started.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and crack this beer and pour it at least so that we can kind of sip on it through trivia.
Good news. Just finished.
Yeah. And again, tonight we're doing a Brewsaki. It's a Japanese style rice lager out of Orlando, Florida. That's, I believe, what I read.
We're brewing under contract with a great brewery called Brew Theory.
Yep.
And, you know, again, same thing. Where's your brewery? Where's your tap room? I love to have people come in every day and have our beer, but the reality is with one beer, you don't need that overhead, which is strangling a lot of breweries today. They're all shifting to become their own contract breweries. So I said, let's do this the right way, keep our overhead so we can focus on getting good product out there and focus on, you know, building a brand versus trying to make beer every day. And, you know, that's kind of why we definitely, it's our recipe. You know, my brother, father, my wife, we all worked with a great guy from Miami, which I'll have to send you to Shoujo Dojo, Phil.
We know.
We know Hater. Yeah,
we've had them on the show a few times.
Literally wearing their hats.
Awesome,
their hat because it was a sake beer, and come on, get out of here.
So I say the Hater is awesome. I contracted him and said, "Look, you're in this world. You do this well. You have a great heart."
Yeah.
And he helped us with our recipe. And I tell people that all the time. I'm like, again, industry should be welcoming. I'm like, no, H helped us out, got us a great, recipe going. We've tweaked it a little bit since then, but always, grateful for him stepping up and helping us create this beer from the ground up. And even when we go to Total Wine, it still says made in collab with Shoujo Beer Co. because, why not? Let's show some love where it's appropriate. And so that's what we did.
Big fan. Last time we were in Miami, we went to his 1-year anniversary at his brick and mortar because we had him on the show. Yeah.
And they're moving.
Yeah.
When I met them, they were talking about this vision of getting their own place and then doing sake. And now just came back from Japan. He's like a master sake brewer.
Hold on.
Excited to be a part of the show this evening.
It's a live show.
Normally a cat crawls across my computer in my house, so not tonight, but no, all good with the pets. But yeah, so when those guys are doing it, nothing makes me happier saying you had a vision, you've been working your literally ass off, they have been, and they're doing what they wanted to get done. And I love that for them. That as a consultant, as an entrepreneur, anyone that can put something down and say, this is our plan and execute, much respect, and I have respect for them every day that they keep on doing their thing. And I might have to knock on the door when I'm doing my sake and say, "Hey, come and consult a little bit there too," because he's now the man in Miami for sake.
Right? He's the dude.
Yeah. All right, let's get this trivia started.
Yeah, let's roll trivia before my dog realizes that Amazon's dropping something off. All right. So again, tonight we're playing trivia with Brewsaki. So
if you've been kicked out,
just try to join back in.
It happens often.
So again, with Kahoot, don't forget it's not about only getting the right answer; it's about getting the right answer faster. So we got high ABV sushi, DWF, Will Smith's Miami naturally. I assume it's going to be Miami after that, and then Brewsaki.
All right, ready to get going?
If I was any more ready, I'd be a producer on this show. Saga to me. All right, let's see what Tiffany wrote. True or false? Sake is more in common with beer than wine.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm like trying to read the gift. I was like, hold on, wait, I can't follow it. So yeah, that is true. And Rob, you obviously are going to know more about both of these. I would assume.
It's crazy because it is more closer to. It's true. It's closer to beer than wine, but in some places they categorize it as wine.
Yep. So
you have this confusion. So we call it a rice wine of sorts, a fermented beverage. But that's why I think that Brewsaki becomes that bridge. You can actually have that kind of connected, and it's just traditional ways of bringing rice into a ferment. I have as a holistic doc, my first category I built was probiotics.
Yeah.
I help to promote fermented foods, beneficial bacteria. This again, 20 years ago when it wasn't so popular, but I'm so happy that even talking to brewmasters, how much they know about fermentation and the beneficial microbes and things of that nature. So yeah, it's definitely a cool category to learn more about.
Yeah, and I think everybody does get confused because typically on a bottle of sake you see it. It's that fermented wine or like wine, rice wine. Yeah. It always carries that moniker a little bit with it. But Brewsaki.
He did a snort of wasabi and he's in the game. He's ready.
Oh God, that's dangerous.
He's quite alert.
Just means they got it faster. Yeah, by a hair.
All right. Question 2.
All right. Historically, what used to be a key ingredient in sake production? Hair, toenails, sweat, or spit?
I don't want any of these as the answer.
I want them all. I like funky beers.
They're no longer in our product, just so you know. Very clean.
All right, correct. So that correct answer is spit. So a lot of the saliva was used to help encourage some of the bacteria and encourage some of these things when thousands of years ago when this product
we
was.
We didn't know what yeast.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we didn't understand anything. Yeah. Now, there's no spit in this one.
You can do that on your own. I'm not here to judge, but no, when we make it, spit free, no doubt.
Well, when Daniel drinks some, a little bit comes back out anyway. So
I like a lot of saison beers. You can put some wet socks in here. You can put some spit in here. If it's a good beer, it's a good beer.
Yo, listen, don't give any of these special craft brewers any ideas, okay? They're going to come out with the latest new fad.
Well, who was that made the beer where they used yeast from like their beards? They like did this into it and cultured a yeast. It was a big brewery too. Like it wasn't a little brewery. Like I don't want to say a brewery because if I'm wrong, it reflects poorly on them. But it was a large brewery.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about this. Are we using specialized sake yeast or special pearled rice? And I tell people, look, if you're a home brewer, which I love, I met a lot of great home brewers over at these festivals, and you want to make a very small batch, high end product, go ahead, do all that fun stuff. But if you want to make a great product that's going to be able to scale up and grow and be all national and international and beyond, you can't get those super exclusive ingredients. Even someone's, whatever, that's not going to go very far. I hope not, at least. So.
Yeah, at least I hope not. All right, high ABV sushi taking the lead.
Ooh, big lead.
Get you a snort of Brewsaki, and let's get on to the next one. All right. In a Japanese rice lager, rice is used to replace approximately a third of what standard beer ingredient? Malt, hops, grain, or yeast? Phil, you always find the best little AI clips. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. It's producer.
Yeah, quite the producer.
You're doing great.
Yeah, so rice is obviously going to replace a good portion of
Obviously.
the malt in this beer. Now, granted, what's your grain bill look like on this beer, or is it?
But I think it's a little bit of both, Win, to be real honestly, because you're cutting down some of the malt, but you're still using rice as your replacement grain. You're not using wheat. You're not using barley or any of these other ones. We have a very simple, where it comes down for us is the process as well as the hops we selected.
Yep.
We really worked and researched the variety of hops and the blend of hops that we wanted to give a character to our beer. So that was a big part of it. But also as that holistic doc, I wanted to get the gluten out, the wheat out of it, and give people an alternative. There's a lot of gluten-free beers out there that may be gluten-free, but they don't taste very good. And
Correct.
So, and being nice. So I wanted to provide an alternative. And, that's really what I wanted to provide for a lot of gut health people that I know, sensitive people. But of course, that doesn't limit to those people that don't have a gut issue. When you go to a beer festival and someone's drinking 15, 30, how many did you have, Phil? I mean, a ton of varieties of beer in a few hours. They're probably not worried about gluten at the moment.
Right.
But the everyday, the one that's want to take it home or have it with a meal, they're the ones that are really going to care if that's a difference. And we've got a lot of great feedback from that. So
yeah, true story. All right. Hi, Baby Sushi is one away from being on fire.
Here we go.
It's my favorite little moniker because it reminds me of NBA jams. The birth of the sake bomb in the Western world is believed to have originated in what decade? 60s, 80s, 40s, or 1890s?
My birthday.
You did say a long time ago, right?
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, so, and when I sent you these questions, you sent me a note on this one specifically because I think it was my wording originally. So originally I had this as the 80s, and I think that's when I was looking into it, I think the statement was when it was popularized or became more mainstream, not when it was like, oh, here it is now.
But you did write originated. So
yes,
Correct.
I know. Well, again,
But then you can go Western world, and what does that look like? Does that mean when it's in, So it's a great trick question again. But
thank you for that.
From our research, although the trueness of it is still going to be in a little bit of enigma, was American soldiers during World War II didn't like the sake, but they wanted to get drunk. Didn't like the so they just combined it and like a Irish car bomb or Boilermaker and dropped the sake in the beer. And then obviously they made a game at it because they didn't usually use chopsticks. So let's make a bridge. And, we got creative and it caught fire. Maybe not right away, but like you said, in the 80s, as sushi picked up, and now we have a Japanese restaurant about every corner. Thank you. I'm happy because we want to have our beer in those restaurants. So all good. And I like sushi. But that popularized 80s, 90s, and even into today. Now the big is omakase. Omakase, for those that haven't tried it, is very, it can be like one piece of a very prepared piece of sushi or fish or something delicacy, and you get that one piece, and usually it's 12 courses or 12 different pieces, and it's wonderful. Now you're paying a good penny for that. So one of those things that we like to say is our beer is almost a palate cleanser. Like it doesn't linger. It's not bitter. And you guys can give me testimonial. Yeah. I wanted to, as I said, I have a culinary background as well. I wanted to complement the soy, the ginger, the wasabi, the natural flavors that you're going to come across in Japanese cuisine. But also if you're doing high-end sushi, or if you're having a nice piece of toro or something like that, you don't want it to taste like an IPA. Sorry. Right. You don't want it to overpower. So our beer allows you to enjoy the flavor and the taste of the food while still enjoying a flavorful beer as well.
No, I think that's perfect because you're absolutely right. Like if you're eating good food, you don't want the beer to be the standout and wash out the good food. Like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Good news. I had sushi and a Kirin Ichiban last night, so winning.
I ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah, you weren't with me.
Oh.
I wasn't on a date with another man. Just
GAB working their way up.
All right, last one.
Is it? Yeah.
No.
For a woman, actually.
Yes.
I guess I should also specify that.
Yeah, it's 2025.
Yeah, I was with our child.
I don't know if that's worse.
Yeah, I think it's worse.
I can just have a beer. She drove.
No sake.
All right. What hashtag is commonly associated with Brewsaki's brand? Sake bomb, beer for sushi, not just for sushi. When you're here, your family. I love we're going to get a cease and desist from Olive Garden.
Actually, it's not their, I don't think it's their tagline anymore.
No, because Family Guy ruined it. I didn't ruin it. It's funnier now.
All right. If you were paying attention earlier in the show, absolutely. Not just for sushi.
Yes.
And I do think that's important because I feel like this is with your branding, with your background. I feel like it's easy probably for the beer world to try to pigeonhole you towards, okay, it only goes with Japanese food now. That's what this is.
Or, it's just for sake bombs and it doesn't pair with anything.
Right. No, we came out with the concept around the Japanese cuisine, around sushi, seafood, and sake bomb, sake pairing. Truly was my original concept. But, Salt Life in Florida, people took it to the golf course, came back from the beach, took it on their boat, and then I tell people, look, Corona, everyone knows Corona. You don't just have Corona when you have tacos. I'm not saying it doesn't go well with tacos, but you can have a Corona just about any time, especially on a hot day. And that's what Brewsaki, as the weather gets hotter in here, when summer comes, wherever you're at, Brewsaki is a light, crisp, refreshing, drinkable, crushable beer. And that's not just for sushi.
Yeah, no, I love the hashtag because then because looking at the brand, especially with the current one we have, with it being the sake bomb beer, and then having a hashtag on it, not just for sushi, it makes it even more complex just from a labeling standpoint, much less the beer. Who won?
Right.
Who won?
Let's find out.
The winner is...
Ooh, third place, Will Smith's Am I?
It's Miami.
Yeah,
I think it's a Brewsaki.
Michigan,
held on for so long.
Pretty sure it's Will Smith's Michigan.
IABB sushi.
Well done.
Well done. When you're here, you're sushi.
I said, "Oh baby, we like it raw." I mean,
that's another good one. All right. So I'm getting close to sake bomb in this beer, but I'd like to hear more about this beer before that happens.
Yeah.
Rice lagers are I'm a fan of those in general, but you say the original idea of this beer, your brother, your dad, where does this beer come from?
Okay. So I was, as said, in med school in Arizona, near ASU, which is a well-known party area.
Yep.
And there was a lovely little sushi spot down the street that we'd go to. Med school, like any school, is stressful. So we'd go to a sushi restaurant, and this guy had a huge gong behind his sushi bar and just started lining up sake bombs. And 1, 2, 3, bang the gong, slam, bang, everyone, the whole place would go crazy. And that camaraderie, that just little release was so stress relieving and so fun. I love that. And I went back to Florida, and my brother was in the bar scene. He's worked from, Nicky's and all these great clubs and bars in Miami over the years, and, written up in Nightclub and Bar magazine when he was 24. So we in that space. But I'll tell you, when I was doing this in med school, I started taking pathology, microbiology, and all these other ologies that make me not want to do a sake bomb, because I'm sorry, I don't want to keep anyone out, because not that germophobic, but to take a glass on the table, put it on the thing, drop in your beer, grab it out of your cup, put it back on the table, fill it up again, do it again. I started going, I'm not loving this as much as I once did. So,
but I'm a doctor. I can't do this.
I'll take this. I tell people, look, I'll just go, just drop it in. And even if you're not just trying to pound it, with a meal. I like this blend because they're both rice-based. It kind of smooths out the beer even further. It kicks the alcohol up just a smidge. I know Tiffany likes that. And, we'll go forward. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
Again, we're family here. It's all good. So
when you're here, sushi.
When we're here, we're sushi.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we wanted to come out with that. So I went back. My dad is a serial entrepreneur, inventor. He's had products on QVC. He's had products at Home Depot. He's had products. He's done. He likes that creativeness, and so do I. And he's like, I'm gonna come up with something to make this work. And then we backburnered it. We did some demos. We did some stuff, and but it didn't backburnered it. Well, then with COVID, we were home a lot. And we were and maybe drinking a little bit. So we decided that, this is a good time to bring this out. And my dad went back into his workshop, aka the garage. And next thing you know, he's working on a design. And, he now has a patent on this special cap that we'll be coming out with shortly. And it's going to shift a lot of cool things in the game. And we'll come back on and we'll definitely want to have you guys try it out then. But it makes it all in one. You'll turn it, you slam it all in one. You don't have to grab and just... It's a sake bomb system. So that's what we became, Brewsaki, the sake bomb brew. So then I'm like, Dad, that's awesome. How are you going to bring this to the market? How are you going to show people how it works? He's like, that's a good point. I said, well, you know what? I just have a solution. I'm going to come out with a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I'll tell you honestly, a lot of the beers I was drinking were giving me headaches. Yeah. It might have been the gluten. It might have been something else, but whatever it was.
Might have been the 12 you drank before it. But again.
Maybe, but I wasn't enjoying it. And so it was personal and professional purposes of coming out with this beer. And now we have the beer out there. It's been a couple years and we're in, Whole Foods, Total Wine, dozens of sushi restaurants. We've been in World of Beer. I love the non-sushi, like the bars, the beer drinkers bars, because the beer drinker comes in there to try beer. And I love that. And when you go to those places and they're like, oh, your keg's done already. I'm like, what? I came in for draft.
It's got a cool name. Like, even if you don't see the label, if you don't see it, you're like, Brewsaki. Like, what is that?
And like you said earlier, the rice lager, that rice beer category is gaining attention. People like it. It tastes good.
Which, thank goodness.
Yeah, so it all came together. So we're cruising along with the beer. We raised some capital, and now we're going to come out with our own sake line, and then we'll bring it all together for the ultimate sake bomb sensation. And that's why we just wanted to stay focused. And everyone's like, what other beers are coming out with? I'm like, when you got one good one, that's all you need at the moment,
Yeah, then keep building it. Yeah.
Build on that, And then people say, well, maybe not, because right now we have the 16-ounce cans.
Right.
So maybe we'll do the 12-ounce cans. Maybe we'll do something else. Maybe we'll maybe do something totally new. But
maybe I'll rip a 19 too.
Maybe we'll do something crazy with the sake.
There's a lot of places to go there.
Yeah, and we're gonna have fun with this because again, I personally enjoy helping the entrepreneurial spirit. I've helped a lot of other people build their brands.
Yeah.
A lot of love talking. Obviously, it's fun. And the New Yorker in me gets going.
Well, as the producer, Phil, he's given me the symbol that if he doesn't drop this sake in this beer, he's going to kill me.
So I just wanted to show off my amazing little. I had no shot glasses at my house because I'm 40 and I don't do shots anymore.
I actually dusted off some from the very back of like this wine glass area.
I went to a tourist shop because I live right down the street from them and got the ugliest Miami shot glass I could find.
Don't worry. Can't remember where these came from, but they say bad girl couture. So
I'm going to do the classic chopsticks on top of the glass and drop it in.
Well, then you got to bang the table.
Yeah, my table's not probably going to do too much, so I'm probably just going to have to drop it in.
You guys want that microphone to move, I know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I can't believe he's doing this with his cardboard cutout
Ours
computer.
Are pre-poured.
Hold on a second. Get this.
Oh shit!
Bringing it away from you.
That's the most robotic shit I've ever seen.
All right, you guys ready? What do you say? What's the?
Well, you can't count in Japanese, or you could.
Well, you count Japanese. We go 3, 2, 1, slam, kanpai. Everyone has their own, kind of ceremony, and that's the cool part about it. Make it your own. Make it fun.
All right.
I'm gonna make
Three, two, one.
I'm gonna.
Sake.
I'm gonna.
Seems like sake.
Sake.
I don't want to do that. Just drink it.
Enjoy. Cheers.
Okay. Yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
You hear that phrase, good trouble?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
This could become good trouble. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good thing it's not spring break here right now, and I'm not going to want to go just like crazy out there in a few minutes after this.
Well, I'll give you the Miami nightlife. They want to bring it into the clubs already. They want to make flights. They want to make it into the VIP. They want to slam the VIP tables. They want to make this part of the new. And I laugh because, again, sake bombs for me were years ago. And I'm like, we're bringing it back. Retro's in. We're coming back with the sake bomb, and we're going to make it a lot of fun.
I haven't done one since my 20s, I don't think. There was a place in Los Angeles that had like a big event, and you'd go in for like an hour and you'd sit and you'd have sushi, and then they would go crazy, and then you would all be slamming the tables. Mm-hmm. And I remember just having a blast that night, I think. And so I don't think I've done one since then, and that was fantastic.
I lived in Japan for 4 years, and I'm actually not sure if I've ever done one. That may have been the first time.
Awesome. We went to that Murakami. I told you that Japanese gardens at Murakami, they had something called Sunset Strolls. Every month they had a different event and different theme, and we were there, and we would do sake bombs, and we would introduce it. And this is the best thing. I got videos. I'm going to have to put it up soon. People of all ages. I will tell you, I'm not trying to put an age category. There's no limit. When someone wants to have a beer and they want to try it, I've had 7-year-old Miami women go slam the table and pound it. I'm like so excited about that. It's the coolest thing I've seen. Grandma is getting down with the sake bombs and loving it. So, no age limits on this, whether it be a college, fun time, just enjoying friends over watching a game, sushi night, bring it in, whatever it is, or not sushi.
Or not sushi. Just sushi. When you're
here, you're not just sushi.
Yeah, not just we actually, it's funny, we have that as a trademark, and you can actually now trademark hashtags, which I didn't really know.
Yeah.
So we went for that because, again, I love it. It just makes so much sense for me, for the way I look at it. My wife is always, when I always say it's for sushi, and then she's like, but I have it with a burger, or I have it with pizza. And I'm like, okay, well, everyone can enjoy it whenever the way they want. No judgment.
We have 2 extra of these, and I'll be having it for breakfast. So tomorrow.
Because we need food.
Snap,
you got to see if it goes well with eggs.
Whatever it is.
Well, Rob, I really appreciate it. We're gonna review the beer here in a second, but other than your secretive sake cap yet to be discussed, all in one, what else coming out? Where are you going to be soon? You doing any other shows soon? You got any other products coming out that are?
We are right now in Florida, hitting as many festivals as we can. We got Beer America in Orlando coming up soon on the 5th of April. Should be very cool. We did their big.
Is that on the Gulf of America side, or
that's central, right in the middle, smack dab next to Disney, Mickey Mouse, and everyone else. So we're right there in Orlando. We just came from one in St. Pete, which was awesome. We did one in Miami. We're always bouncing around. So those are always cool. We like to post on our Instagram and our social, where we're going to be. We just did the Murakami event. We are literally just grooving along. Our goals, as I said, we plan on getting out to, 10 plus, 12, 15 states. We'll get there everywhere. Tell me where you want to be. I'll find a distributor. Let's make it happen. I fortunately traveled around the country a lot in my career. And so I have a lot of good friends in lots of cool areas I want to come and have a sake bomb and do some fun, have some fun with. And, look for the sake. The sake should hopefully come out by the fall. I think October 1st is World Sake Day. So my personal goal, doesn't mean business works that way for all you fellow entrepreneurs, is to be out by that day for our sake. But if it does, it takes a little bit longer. The more important thing is that it's quality. It's going to be good. It's going to taste good. It's going to go really, really well with our beer. And it's not going to be just one. We're looking to do flavors because, infusing a little bit of flavor into this beer is very easy. It won't overpower, and it's going to provide people a lot of fun times to mix and match and, see what they like. So
I dig it.
Very cool.
I dig it. Well, Rob, I want to say thanks for coming by because honestly, like I said, we caught you on Dave's and we were interested in the product, and you've been great following up with us and keeping up with us and the back and forth with our ill preparedness. And I really appreciate that. So yeah, I guess really at the end of the day, just keep an eye out for Brewsaki, because 12, 15 states later, I mean, by the next time we like have you on the show, we're doing an all-inclusive sake bomb that also has a flavored version, and
we picked it up locally. So
yeah. That's the plan. That's the plan. I thank you guys for having me on today. My whole family thanks you. It's a family-run business, from my dad to my brother to my wife, and we work hard to make this happen the best possible way. So we appreciate all the support you guys have given, and we'll stay in touch for sure. It's just
all right.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Pleasure, man.
Cheers,
man. Cheers.
Man, I haven't done a sake bomb in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
It's been a while for me too, and
and that's a shame.
Nice. It like calms it down a little bit, which was interesting.
Yeah. But I also read a bunch of different things. I was like, boy, sake bomb. And then I think there's people that are doing it without chilled sake. And I'm like, you dropping like a hot sake shot in here? Like, that seems ill.
I actually only like my sake warm.
No, I like warm sake, but as a
by itself.
No, thank you. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
Drop it into a cold beer and then just have this weird warm goo going down your throat.
No. Oh, God, not since college. Good to see you, Phil.
I was just looking for a good tag for the reel later.
I know you were. You nailed it. Well, let's we're running a little long, so let's review this beer, because we have Tiffany looked very interested.
Was I wearing the same like jacket? Just
no, that was just a sweatshirt.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention, and then I thought it was the same. It's fine.
Okay. Tonight we are brewing. We are brewing Brewsaki.
Someone had a sake bomb.
Correct, which is a Japanese style rice lager. It is out of Orlando, Florida, or at least brewed contractually in Orlando, Florida. Phil, I'm gonna let you go first because your mic dictates that.
It deserves.
You look super important.
I've got a lot of producing things to do after when you're talking. So
exactly. Well, let me set this up like a producer would, though. We use Untapped, so if you don't follow us on Untapped Unready, it's in the About section of the show. You can follow the show. You can follow us individually. It's 1 to 5 bottle caps, 5 being the best beer that's ever been made, 1 being I don't know why I'm on this app because I don't understand beer. Because I've never given a beer a 1. Someone still made it.
If I don't like it, I just choose not to rate it because, like, why would I mess up someone else's ratings?
Not me.
When it's just
too many breweries out there, we got to knock some of these out.
Attrition is key.
I mean,
there's nothing worse than a bad beer. You're like, I had so many options, and this is what I ended up.
And this is what I got.
Yeah, so I'm not afraid of a 1.
Okay, well,
then you go first.
Let's say that I've also had multiple beers from that place.
Then you don't want
to, again.
All right, so I dig this beer. I have really, it's so easy to drink.
Yeah.
When he mentioned the 12-ounce cans, I was like, that was exactly what I wanted in this.
Yeah.
You guys know I love a 12-ounce can.
Familiar.
I would definitely get like a 12er of this, bring this as a beach beer. It really does go anywhere. He's very right about that. It doesn't burn the palate. It cleanses it. I have 0 complaints. For me, this is an easy 4.5.
Cool. Yeah. I'm right in line with you as well. For a lot of the similar reasons, I love Japanese style rice lagers or rice lagers in general. I was pleasantly surprised how well I could care less that if this went with any food or sushi or anything else. It's just a solid beer.
Yeah. Which
is, for me, the most important piece because obviously we'll drink a Labatt Blue Light. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
No, but I'm just...
Shots fired. Shots fired.
No, but I think it's a really well-made beer. And, after talking with him, you get the feeling that, we made a really good beer, period. Yep. And then we built this brand and this thing and this experience with it. But first, we made a really good beer.
And I love the confidence of the, this is all I'm doing. It's this beer. Like, and I remember wondering because when I looked up, when I write the titles of the episodes, it's always like the name of the beer with the brewery, but this one was just Brewsaki. Like, I was like, it's Brewsaki from Brewsaki, and I
Yep.
love that. I really did. So continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. Solid 4.5 for me as well. You'll probably have to interrupt Tiffany as well, though, because
No.
the alcohol, the alcohol's got her.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been trying to drink a lot less lately. So that's fine.
Tiffany's
life.
currently gluten reduced.
No, okay. Actually, about that. So, I was not trying to be a jerk, for the record. So I'm going to caveat this whole thing with that.
Uh-oh.
No, I was looking to see if I could figure out or like taste that it was gluten reduced, or see if that I could tell. So like it was definitely slightly more sweet.
Yep.
But like that was it. Like it didn't. A lot of the time when I have like a gluten reduced or a gluten free beer, it has like the mouthfeel part is gone. And so with this one, with the mouthfeel, like it was still there. It was still a good beer. And partly that, I mean, that could be because it was just reduced versus like gone, but that was really what I was looking for. And the fact that that was there, 4.5. I'm good with it.
Okay.
Yeah. It met / slightly exceeded expectations. How about that?
I mean, that puts it in the tops of our 4.5 is high for us. So
Yeah.
this is great.
It's no keys in the bowl, but
Snow keys in a bowl.
That was a good beer.
that's just because I'm a
And
whore for key lime.
So sad.
That's not why.
We couldn't find it in Key West.
Yeah, when you're Key
It's
West, I
fine.
couldn't find it anywhere.
We also
Sorry.
didn't go to Trader
No,
Joe's.
because it's made up in like Vero Beach. It's like it's
the
not
same
even
fucking
close to the
state,
Keys.
Phil.
Yeah, it should be distributed. It's in the fucking Keys.
But back to Brewsaki.
Sorry,
Yes.
yeah, Brewsaki. 4.5, great beer. It with the sake mellowed it out. Loved it. It went well. I didn't expect that.
There was no vomiting.
Well,
I'm
chugging
proud of
beer
you.
is not my favorite because I'm a little old for that. But yeah,
you
it
get
was.
to be my age.
I had to like breathe between.
Solid beer, and I'm very excited that we got to talk to Rob about this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. We're gonna make sure we keep in touch with Rob because I'm looking forward to the all-in-one packaging
Yeah.
and the infused flavoring.
Well, and
Fuck around and come on back, and we'll.
I mean, he keeps good company.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot there. So I'm excited.
And the connection with Shoujo is so great because we.
That was
know
what I was
Oh
getting at.
yeah.
Sorry, I hinted at that. It may have been a little.
I thought I
have
might
a
want to bring it.
JoJo tattoo on my arm from their 1-year anniversary. I got their.
Also,
I wasn't gonna make you show it. I was holding that back. I was like, I'm gonna wait till Daniel decides to show his
I got
Shoujo
time.
tattoo.
This is a rotting piece of shit. Who cares? But yes, I have a Shoujo tattoo under my arm from their 1-year anniversary from their flash tattoo event. Mainly because the building was flooding. I knew we were going to be there a little while.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
We took
it was up the hill.
we took an Uber. We had to wade out to get there. Like it was like knee deep in the parking lot. It was amazing.
Good time.
Didn't we actually walk to the other brewery instead?
We did.
We did. Yeah, it's fine.
It was a private party. We weren't supposed to be in there,
But I did.
but
I
Phil
don't
just
remember
trolled
that.
it. It was unseen.
They had a rocking band going. I wanted to stay
It was
there.
a private party.
Yeah.
This is the first.
We didn't have
it was-
tickets. We just walked right in.
It was a ticketed event, and Phil just rolled in, and we rolled in behind him. He's like,
No,
"We're not supposed
I
to be
walked
here."
in first. You guys were out there, and I was like, I got to use the bathroom. So I just like rolled in. It was like, well, I know where the bathrooms are.
Well, thank you everyone for stopping in. If you can find Brewsaki, definitely give it a try. I highly recommend it. I can't wait for it to reach other states. Rob, if you're still listening, Virginia, right? Let's get right there.
That'd be cool.
100%.
They'd love to have it up there, and I'll still have it because I'm here in Miami. So
Whoa,
works for me.
Rub it in.
Yeah, jealous much? I get to have this anytime I want.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all soon.
Yes, I don't know if we're doing a show next week, but
No.
we'll see what happens.
No.
We've got 2 more beers that we can do. So
What the fuck? 2 beers do we still have?
we have one from the tank, and we've got
That's right.
one. We've got that blonde the blonde something.
Okay, Tank hasn't gotten back to us.
Yeah,
So,
but we've got 2 beers, so I think.
So if everyone follows Tank Brewing, reach out to them via Instagram in a personal message and be like, "Hey, did you get back with Wish You Were Beer show?"
Yeah, because
They're gonna be like, "No, we've been having amateur wrestling nights a lot, so we're a little busy."
Not against it.
I mean, if your brewery is the Tank, I'm actually you need to have your own wrestling mascot.
You have to.
So check out our Instagram. We're not sure if we're gonna do an episode next week or not, but we'll post something about it. We'll let you know.
Yeah. And then go follow Brewsaki as well and keep up with their distribution and their new products.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Rob. And we'll make sure we catch up again soon and keep in line with you.
All right. See y'all soon.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Thanks.
God, I hope I never see you again. I hope I never see any of you again. That's
Good
Wow.
Lord, Phil.
Wow.
I am so
I feel
tired
like-
of all of
I
you.
feel like that's
All
like a
2
lot.
of you. Get
It's a
out.
lot right now. It's a lot.
This is what happens when I have sake bombs. I get real mean. Real mean.
It
Checks
just
out.
wow. And that mic setup. Wow.
Love
I
you.
don't even know you anymore.